Shanti Om Suryaya Somaya Niranjana Nirvasyaya Shishim Prachodayat Om Shivaya Gauri Vadana Vrinda Suryaya Dakshineshwara Nashakaya Shri Nilakantaya Vishwajaya Tasvichikaraya Namah Shivaya Om Shivaya Namam Om Maheshwaraya Namam Om Shambhavaya Namam Om Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. As we go inside the room, that chant. We do Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Jumbo Palachara Bhakshanam Umasudam Shoka Vinashakarakam Namami Vigneshwara Padapanjakam. Om Vinakaya Namaham. Om Vignarajaya Namaham. Om Gauri Putraya Namaham. Om Ganeshavaraya Namaham. Om Skandarajaya Namaham. Om Avyaya Namaham. Om Putaya Namaham. Om Dakshaya Namaham. Om Adikshaya Namaham. Om Divya Priyaya Namaham. Om Indrashri Pradaya Namaham. Om Vani Pradaya Namaham. Om Avyaya Namaham. Om Sarvasiddhi Pradaya Namaham. Om Sharvatnaya Namaham. Om Sharvapriyaya Namaham. Om Shantaya Namaham. Om Brahmacharanaya Namaham. Om Ekadantaya Namaham. Om Lambodaraya Namaham. Om Gamganeshaya Namaham. Om Shantakaram Bhujagashainam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadaram Gagana Sadrishvam Megavarnam Shubhagam Om Lakshmikantam Kamalanenam Yogavindram Gamyam Vande Vishnum Bhavabaharam Sarvalokanatham Om Shivaya Gauri Vadana Vrinda Suryaya Dakshineshwara Nashakaya Shri Nilakantaya Vishwajaya Tasmi Shikaraya Namah Shivaya Om Shanti 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 Om.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You may be seated. We'll ask the immediate family to come close so that the coffin can be opened for viewing. I offer my humble pranams at the lotus feet of Bhagwan Shri Satya Sai Baba. Family, friends, ladies and gentlemen, Namaste, Namaskaram, and Om Sai Ram. My name is Anusha Pillai, and I will be coordinating the events for today. As we are asking the immediate family to start the viewing, the Sai groups from various regions will be presenting bhajans continuously until speeches and following a program. After the immediate family have viewed, we would like to ask you to please also have the opportunity to view the body. And if you know the bhajans and if you are able to join us, we would like for all of you to please join in and create a vibration. I would like us to please start with the bhajans first, and then we will break to give more direction, Sarah.
Dio yo na prachodaya. गणेश शरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं नित्यं स्मरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं नित्यं स्मरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं सद्गुरु शरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं सद्गुरु शरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं भवभयहरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं भवभयारणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं गणेश शरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं नित्यं स्मरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं सद्गुरु शरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं
As Swami says, Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba, death involves certain developments that weaken and extinguish life. It does not affect the Atma. The Atma has no death. It cannot be destroyed. Therefore, one should not fear death. Death is but another stage of life. However long one suffers from illness, or however severe the injury may be, death can only happen when time signals the right moment. So when the yearning for living ends, there can be no more birth. Vanessa Naidoo, as we lovingly know her, also as Vinny, born Vanagree Naidoo. Today, as we talk about the teachings of Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba, us mortals, human beings, will still experience the attachment, the feelings, and the emotions, because these proceedings are not for the dead, but for the living. It is an opportunity for all of us, firstly, to be here not just for the immediate family, but for the extended Sai family that Vanessa has been a part of throughout her entire life. So today, as we pay tribute to an amazing sister, a wonderful aunt, a friend, and a Sai sister and spiritual soul, we ask that you join us all in ensuring that the family has your support spiritually. During the course of the proceedings, we ask that you pray for the entire family and for all of us who are here. But at the same time, for us to remember who we really are. We are Atma, Paramatma, and we will aspire to live to that. However, it is very natural for all of us, as a result of attachment, to show emotion. Today is also a day for us to release the attachment, for us to release the emotion, and to say what we would like to say, to pay tribute to a wonderful soul. So, our first speaker is going to be Shreya, who is going to speak about her aunt. And Shreya, we're going to be here by your side as you bravely speak to her and tell her all that you wish to say, and as you pay tribute to a beautiful soul.
A speech about my Aunt Vanessa. She was a second mother to us all. She was a person who stood by her values and her principles. She never stood for someone doing wrong, and she never beat around the bush. Vinny touched everyone's heart. There were days where she would get angry at us for doing something that irritated her, but she came back hugging us and holding us. She always spoiled my cousins and I whenever we saw her. It hurts me to know Vinny won't be here for my 17th birthday or my 18th. She won't come and visit me in my house when I'm old and when I'm 40. We always talked about how she would come and visit me in my house like I did hers. It hurts me that I won't be able to go on a walk with her whenever she comes and takes me around the neighborhood talking about all different types of stories, from how her day was to how she wants to spend the rest of it. I love my auntie so much, but I know my brother loved her just as much. Whenever we went to visit my aunt, she would make us food, but Sai never ate what we ate. He was quite fussy. Even though Vinny would say she can't handle Sai, she would still make him pasta or something he loved and gave him so much chocolate. I'm happy Vinny never suffered and that she never will. That she could do everything she wished to and was able to have no regrets. I know she is happy to have my Aya with her and that she is not alone because she has my Anna by her side. Vinny did everything out of love for us and she will forever be cherished and her lessons will always stick by us. The love she gave us is unforgettable. We will miss you, Vinny, and we will forever love you very much. Thank you.
And of course, Vinny, being the person that she is, had all of her nieces and her niece and her nephews to spoil. And that is the joy that all of these beautiful children will have throughout their entire lives, as short-lived as it was. We are going to go on to the next set of bhajans, and we will continue until we pause later on. So we're going to just continue from a whole lot of bhajans, and we're not going to just limit it exactly here. All right? Thank you so much.
Jai
Jivas family, as you have seen, that not only are the immediate family members here, but I spoke about the Sai family, which is the first family that Vanessa belonged to. And today, I want to remind everybody about when we first started Balvikas in the 1980s. That was the time when Vanessa and her siblings were a part of Balvikas. And her entire life has been devoted to Swami. So inspired she was with Balvikas that she also was a guru of Balvikas. And many children will remember her for her years of lessons and the impact that she has had on them. In fact, when the first Satyasai Education in Human Values program started as a diploma course, Sister Vanessa was blessed to be a part of the first group of graduates that went to Prashanti and were awarded their diplomas by Swami himself. So such was Vanessa's blessings that throughout her entire life, she has been immersed in the world of Satyasai. As you all know, it has been very tragic and difficult for the entire Naidoo family, with losing both a nephew and son, Darshan, as well as Vanessa. And it is the greatest difficulties that ends up becoming and teaching us the best of lessons. In a recent book that I've read, Diana Baskin speaks about what Swami had said about death, and said that life is this ocean, and out of the long churning of this milk of the world comes butter, and this butter is God. And men of heart get the butter. And whenever Swami in his teachings refers to men or man, it's referring to mankind and humankind. And the buttermilk is left for the intellectual. So we all know that the body is a house given to us, and we have to treat it as if it is just on rent from Swami. We have to live here in this body of ours for as long as he wills, thanking Swami and paying him with the debt of faith and devotion. And Vanessa's entire life was paying her debt of faith and devotion. So when she fell ill when she was much younger, she was blessed with Swami's presence and grace in the hospital. And Uncle Soobri will tell you more about that divine time when Swami gave her a new lease of life. So today, as we sing, remember, we are all paying the debt of faith and devotion to Swami for these bodies that we are occupying. And we have all been born for just one purpose, and that is to die. Today we all need to be strong, and the way in which we will be strong is to continually sing with the family, around the family, on our own, whenever we have memories, whenever we are saddened, and whenever we are overcome by all of the burdens and challenges that we have in life. It is at a solemn occasion like this that our greatest lessons are learned. Today, I am also going to ask Jivas Naidoo to say a few words about his aunt. And here again, we will have the opportunity of seeing the greatest love that was bestowed onto these children by Sister Vinny.
Om Sai Ram. Today we are gathered here on the behalf of Vanessa, known as Vinny. Vinny was the best daughter, friend, auntie, and sister to everyone. One of my fondest memories with her was as soon as we we got to Pretoria, she took us straight to the shop and she said, get whatever you want, no matter what, no matter how much it is. And my brother and I, we were just picking out chocolates and chips and cool drinks. So I like the fact that Vinny was such a selfless person. No matter how much money anything cost, she would give it to you just to see you smile, and she would do that for everyone. That's why I loved her so much. Vinny said once upon a time that when the day comes and I were to get married, I must bring that girl to her house first. Because Vinny she would judge anyone with no bias. And she was so good at it. Vinny was the best auntie I could have ever wished for. I could tell her all my secrets and everything that I knew, and she would never tell anybody. Vinny was just like my own sister. And that's why we all appreciated her so much in a family. Whenever I would go to Vinny's house, we would always sit on the couch and watch movies together and eat popcorn and always just laugh with each other. And that's all that I loved her for. Because she would do everything for me without hesitation. And that's why I loved her so much. Thank you.
Yes, Divash, we know that she spoiled you all with the chocolates that Mommy was very strict about. And that was Vinny. That was the job, I always say. It's Mom and Dad's job to be strict. It's aunties and grandparents' jobs to spoil, okay? So I think you guys have been really blessed to experience that love. You know, in the short time to have such an abundance, some people don't have it their entire lives. And as a teacher, I see some children who yearn for that and don't have it in their lives. So you were precious and you are precious. You will always be precious to Vinny. And her spirit is going to be around you all the time, guiding you. And you are now going to have a guardian angel that whenever you are sad, you just have to talk to your guardian angel and you know that she is listening to you. We are now going to go on to the next set of bhajans.
Om Shivaya, Om Shivaya, Om Shivaya, Om Shivaya, Shambho Shankara, Om Shivaya, Shambho Shankara, Om Shivaya. Hey,
You know, I was just thinking about something that I was reading, which is one of Swami's students, Brother Arvind, who has a blog. And we all know how precious Swami's students are to him. And I want to believe that when I think of Sister Vanessa, I also think of the fact that she was Swami's Prashanti student as well. Because throughout her entire life, it was only about Swami, everything that she did. Whether she was going almost every year to Prashanti, both with her parents and the rest of the family, and then even when it was just her dad and her, still making sure that she did that annually. And when I think of the Prashanti students, I think of Brother Arvind's blog, and he speaks about when we come to funerals and we are also affected by the loss of our sister, because as we were growing up together, Sheril and Vanessa and Boysie are our sisters and brother, and our children are the same age, and so we grew up as a Sai family together as the rest of us who are here. And Brother Arvind spoke about the fear and awe and dread and inspiration that we get at a funeral, and I thought inspiration and awe. And he speaks about something that's very simple that we never thought about. He says that when we come to a funeral and when we are praying for the people that we feel so sad for, and we ourselves are expressing our own emotions, we start creating this kind of detachment from the rest of the world and whatever else is happening. So for example, whatever stress you had over the week at work becomes insignificant. It pales compared to what we are going through today. The detachment is now easier for us to bear because we now are able to keep in focus, because we know this, but sometimes we lose ourselves and lose the path. But we now remember the temporary nature of everything that we see around us. And so the problems that seem to torment us, the differences that sometimes, maybe we even promote, even the negative feelings that we harbor, all of that just melts away into relative insignificance. Because this is when one is actually in awe of the Creator. And we get inspired because this is what makes our life worth living. So, as much as it creates so much of dread in us, we also realize the awe and the power of Swami. And today, we also have a close friend who's going to be speaking on Vanessa, and I'd like to call upon Deepika Rama, who is also an employee of Eskom.
Namaste and Vanakkam. My name is Deepika. I worked with, we know her as Vanagree, and I usually refer to her as Van. I was involved in her when she first started at Eskom in her recruitment, and we started off as colleagues, and then we became closer as friends. I could always just, when we worked in Mainland, if I was feeling down or if something was troubling me with my customer base, I know I could just go down quickly, and her door was always open, and we'd discuss things and she'd help me through, and then we'd be okay. I'm definitely going to miss her a lot. Her manager, Bob Marara, sent a few words that he asked me to say on her behalf. He said, "Your departure has left me with a torn heart. From the day we appointed you, you became my sister. With you and Khomotso, I knew that my back was covered. This was totally unexpected. We are very poor without you. How and where do I start to replace someone of your caliber? Your footprints can't be erased in Eskom. Go well, my sister. I am consoled by the fact that you lived your life to the full, exploring the world at all available times. Mr. Naidoo, be proud that your daughter was a rare gem and not easy to come by. Rest in peace, my right-hand girl. And then he also sent me a message from our manager of distribution, Mr. Mondebala. He said he's exceptionally saddened by the news. I remember Vanagree very well, always very kind, always very helpful. We are going to be poorer without her. Condolences to her family, friends and colleagues. May her soul rest in peace. Van, may your Atma be at Shanti.
Thank you, Deepika. I know that was not very easy. You know, when you are working with somebody, they become a part of your life. And when you go back to work, it's that absence is there all the time. And so it becomes very difficult for anybody to deal with, and especially to say a few words. And of course, if we ask ourselves, can we ever remember Vanessa without a smile? Can we ever remember whenever we approach her, whenever we are walking towards each other, how her face would just light up? And recently when she came down to Pietermaritzburg, you know, we were all watching her. She was with the boys, and we were watching that she had suddenly decided that she wanted to be healthier and fitter, and all of us, not so healthy and not so fit, talking to her about it, just like how we would just jabber on as sisters as to how life is important and that you do need to take care of yourself so that you can take care of others. And that was Vanessa, taking care of others irrespective. And so at the pinnacle of her life, to understand somebody reaching the pinnacle of their life becomes sometimes very difficult. But when you look at somebody achieving the pinnacle of their life, then you also understand why Swami has allowed them to merge and why it is time for that soul to rest, because the entire time has always been about Swami, and so it becomes much easier to detach oneself at the pinnacle of your life. We are now going to continue with some bhajans, and immediately after that, we are going to ask Uncle Soobri to say a few words. Sam.
Jai
Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namah. Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namah.
I am a wave in the ocean. With every breeze I rise and fall. I am a snowdrop swirling wildly. Every breeze throws me around. Must I forever be a wave or a snowdrop in a storm? Why must I be a wave of yellow or a snowdrop tossed around? Let me forever be the ocean.
Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Shiva Shambho Shambho Shiva Shambho Mahadeva. Shiva Shambho Shiva Shambho Shambho Shiva Shambho Mahadeva. Shiva Shambho Hara 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 Mahadeva. Shiva Shambho Mahadeva. Hara Shambho
Sarah. So the natural order of things is never what we expect. And who are we to say what is natural and what is different? So when I think of Uncle Soobri, who needs to pay tribute to his daughter, I think of the unnatural order of things. But as I said in Pietermaritzburg when we spoke about Darshan, I believe that Uncle Soobri has been blessed to be able to be involved in the organization and to change his life such that he is at a point in his life where all of the experiences, all of the challenges, whatever he has done, all of the different office bearers, positions that he has held from the different small size center moving up to national level, that is what has given you the strength to be able to do what you did on Thursday and what you are to do now, Uncle Soobri. Sairam, if we could also just, after Uncle Soobri speaks, if we could also have the Midlands bhajan singers. Yeah, okay, great.
Vanakkam, namaste to my Muslim family that's here. Assalamu alaikum to my loving Sai brothers and sisters. Om Sai Ram to one and all. Nothing and nothing ever happens without the will of Swami. When this accident took place, the first thing I did was to thank Swami, because nothing again happens without his divine will. He's in total control. He's got a better place for them. You know, when we offer flowers to God, you see these beautiful flowers that we offered, we give God the best. We give God the best flowers. And so too, when God chooses his flowers, chooses the best. And he chosen two beautiful flowers to be in his abode. Swami said that we have three friends in life. The first friend is your family. The family can only escort you as far as here, to this hall and to the crematorium. That's all. The second friend is your wealth, is your money. Not 1 cent will follow you. It will stay back. Nothing will come with you. And the third friend is what you do in life, either good or bad, escorts you above and remains behind. And I'm a proud father today to say that both my grandson and my daughter took a very, very, very good name in society. It makes me feel good that they have upheld the Naidoo's name. You know, 45 years ago, when this bundle of joy came into our lives, when I went to see her in the hospital when she was born, and my very first look at her, she looked at me with her big eyes and smiled at me. Okay? And she did that right till the very end. Not only to me, to my whole family too, you know. There's nothing I could do wrong. If I had to do something wrong, she was right there to correct me. She's been very actively involved, started as an ordinary devotee, became a young youth, became involved in Balvika. She was a Balvika's coordinator for the Midlands region. Prior to that, who was a guru? Swami made me to be the guru for my child and train her to be where she is. All my children, there's my son, daughter, son-in-law, all of them, yeah, they were all my Balvika's children. And they all uphold Swami's name to the highest. My daughter took so good care of me that I was not short of anything. Anything that I wanted, it was just there. I didn't have to ask her for things, and it was there. She should call me regularly, give me calls and video call. And how she addresses me, "Hey Soobri, how are you? Which part of the world you are now? Where you loafing?" Because she knows that I was moving around the country doing size work. And that's the first thing she'll ask me, where I am and what I'm doing. And then pours out to me all the love she could, you know. Right till the very end, sisters and brothers. On Monday, first we came on Sunday to her. She drove me down Sunday, and she knows the best food that I like, and she cooked the best meal for me that I love. And she said, I said to her, "Vanessa, I don't feel like it." She said, "No, you got to eat this because I know you love this." The next morning, she knows what I like for breakfast. She made lunch for me and said, "Now you're going to Swami's ashram. There's sandwiches for you to have at the airport. And in Dubai, when you're in Dubai, you got to have it." But that never happened. So loving sisters and brothers, my daughter, right till the very last breath, took care of me. She's taken care of all her family, especially her brother, sister, the nephews and the niece. The niece was her favorite. She just loved, and she loved her niece and nephews. You know, she gave them everything. And she taught us great values. She lived up to Swami's values right till the bitter end. I can, with full faith and confidence, tell all of you now that I know that my daughter is cradling in the hands of Swami. And my grandson is there with her. The both of them were so close to one another, and both those souls are there together looking at us. So I'm saying to you all, let us have implicit faith in Baba. Nothing happens without his divine will. He brings us to this earth, and when the time is up, he takes us away. And the time was there for these children to go, both of them. So I pray that Baba gives the rest of my family. Now it is so okay, you can see they're strong, but days to come, I pray that Baba gives them the strength, the courage to bear this loss. And I want them all to just remember, and that's what's keeping me very strong, is to remember all the good things that she has done to us. She's only done good, no bad things. So let us remember all the good in us and pray that Baba gives you all the strength and the courage to continue. Thank you, Saira.
So as you listen to the last set of bhajans, ask yourself, what kind of a death do you wish to die? Is it one in full awareness and presence of the Lord and Master? Ask yourself. How would I like to be remembered after I am gone? As the person who did anything like it was the very last time that he was doing it. Ask yourself, how would I like to lead my life till my ultimate moment comes? Is it with the feeling of pining and waiting and loving Swami and calling for him? As you contemplate during these times of bhajans, also remember those bhajans that Sister Vanessa loved, most of which have been sung today and will be sung now. As I hand you over to the rest of the bhajan group, there will be some songs from Midrand as well as from the Midlands. Sairam.
Devaya namo namo Gurudevaya namo namo Parameshwar namo namo
Thank you. शिव शिव शम्भो ताण्डव प्रियकर शिव शिव शम्भो ताण्डव प्रियकर भव भव भैरव भवानी शङ्कर भव भव भैरव भवानी शङ्कर
Thank you.